So all of us are using ChatGPT these days. Is there anyone in the room who doesn't? Or bored of it, tired of it, or don't find accurate? Sorry? Oh, Meta AI. Okay, that's in WhatsApp now, right? So look, AI has been in retail for quite some time. Computer vision, Amazon Go stores, right? Cashierless stores, recommendation engines, personalization, chatbots. So you got a number of use cases of AI already. But with Gen AI, the game is changing very, very differently. That's what we're going to talk about. You're going to see some alarming numbers in this presentation in terms of productivities and cost saving you can achieve, and completely change and transform the customer experience, which is actually the content of this presentation. Much of the content that I use in this is from IBV's study that we did in early 2024. IBV stands for IBM Institute of Business Value. It is a unit of IBM, which is rated as #1 in thought leadership, by certain analyst groups. And they come up with this kind of surveys. We survey a number of end consumers, CEOs, CIOs, and CFOs, and come up with a report. So if you search in Google or any browser of your choice, IBM, IBV, you will get the reports which you can download and use and refer to. If you can go to the next chart, please. Let's start with the stats, right, from our recent study by IBM Institute of Business Value. So the inflation impact is there across the world. This survey was done across 20,000 consumers around the world. Consumers are saving more. They're looking for deals and offers, and there is a trade-off in all the discretionary categories. And the hybrid retail is here to stay. Right? There is 50% of the consumers who are sticking to the old way of shopping in the stores, but there is the rest 50% who are adopting either a hybrid retail approach, wherein they buy online, get it delivered, or pick up from the store, and so on. So that's what we call as online-offline combination, which is hybrid. So the hybrid percentage is increasing, and the COVID has actually got everybody habituated to the digital channels of shopping. So omni-channel is expanding, and so is hybrid retail. Consumers are adopting technology more eagerly. There is more than 50% of the consumers who are already using technologies such as Gen AI, AR, VR, and virtual agents, chatbots, or are willing to use going forward. There is a segment of customers who are very purpose-driven. They care about environment, they care about society, and they shop from those retailers and buy those products who demonstrate these values. But the problem is retailers and the CP companies are not able to demonstrate that they are doing much in this space in terms of what is the carbon footprint of the product, how sustainable the packaging is, how buying the product is driving the social costs, right, and so on. So we'll talk about product information in a little bit more detail as we go along. Next chart, please. Oh, okay, got it, thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, great. So the other question that we asked is, what do consumers want from shopping experience, from online and offline shopping? The first and foremost is frictionless experience. That's convenient in terms of how quickly they are able to locate the stores, locate the product in the stores, and how quick the checkout is, how easy the checkout is, right? And also the payment options and so on. But more importantly, the product information matters a lot, right? My personal experience when I shop in various e-commerce sites, in a category like furniture, even the product dimensions are not very accurate and clear. You see, furniture is something that has to fit a certain space in your room, right? But sometimes you see only the LBH dimension, that too in description, without any overall dimension and accurate details about it. So product information is a long way to go in terms of driving customer experience. And a lot of consumers, what we observed is they're more knowledgeable. They do a lot of research before going for a shop, especially in categories like electronics and gadgets and things like that. And when they go to the shop, Or when they talk to the customer service, do our agents have enough information, are able to advise the right product, talk about the features of the product, and so on. And what is actually coming in the way of this? It is the content. How do we enable our frontline sales staff, service staff, with the content with which they can actually advise the consumers about the right product and how to choose and what offers are available and so on. So that's where AI can do a lot of heavy lifting there. There is a lot of content available, but how do you make it presentable is actually the challenge. Partly because of the labor, the work involved, the heavy lifting involved in making that content available for every product. When you have thousands, millions of SKUs, how do you, make that content available for every product becomes a challenge. So there, the manual work is not going to, do much favor. Therefore, you've got to resort to technology like AI. Generative AI technologies built on large language models, you just have to input the sources, and it can bring out the content, the format that you want, which is the advantage. Consumers are using, most of us are using, these technologies, chatbots, generative AI, or some form of AI. Most of the smartphones have computer vision in it, the face unlock, and so on. But if they actually shift, and they are shifting, going to use these for shopping. When they use it for shopping, what are they going to do? They're going to look for, the right product, research, and they actually learn about the product very much before, making the purchase. And looking for deals and so on. Meta has now come on WhatsApp, right? I think they are, trying it out. Soon there is going to be, a link between, like what happened in Instagram social commerce, you will be able to look for a deal through a simple question. You ask a question, and it's going to point to a product which suits your requirement. And that's how the commerce is going. I don't know what commerce we will call it, LLM commerce or, generative AI commerce, or whatever that may be. It's going to be the next, form of commerce. Now, putting it all together, how is it actually going to impact? That's why I said, I gave you a spoiler alert that this is going to be a, eyebrow-raising numbers. Where does AI apply? Well, it applies everywhere. Starting with customer service. Customer service is one area where we can make much of the impact. We are talking about 90%, improvement in productivity. Even now, there is a lot of, chatbot AI that's available, but the response is not human-like and it's not accurate. The moment you achieve the highest form and human-like accuracy, it's going to take over the customer service roles, right? That's a reality, and we have to face it. And in marketing, when it comes to digital ads, there's a lot of work that goes in terms of creating content. The ads are served based on the space available, in the web page that you browse. There's a lot of work that goes in terms of creating various formats of the graphic, which is the advert which is served there. But there is enough opportunity to automate it and make it, generate it through generative AI technologies. So content creation, not just for ads, also for product information, and even contract documents, right? If you have a buyer team, the documents that you make for the procurement team, all of that is going to be very, very relevant. Followed by customer service and marketing is going to be HR. Most of our interactions with HR is about either asking for a document or asking, a query, right, about policies and, leaves and various things, right? All of which can be automated. And we are going to see what IBM has done in this space. This is an area to disrupt. There is going to be a lot of productivity and automation that's going to happen. Some of you may have seen the case study that IBM successfully converted the COBOL codes into Java codes using Gen AI technologies. Automated code conversion, code generation is a reality. COBOL is an outdated language, but still some of the business applications do run on it. How do you convert those codes into a modern language, be it Java or Python or whatever that you have? That's becoming a generative AI problem. And most of the old codes don't even have documentation. So generative AI helps you there in terms of generating the document out of the codes that are existing. So you don't know when something breaks down, like what happened last week, right? a new release, brings all the systems down. You may not, in an old code, you may not be even able to trace where the issue is, and that's where this documentation is going to help. Generative AI is going to help you point to the right, area of issue. So across there is multiple areas. Similarly, supply chain, the control towers is already there. There is AI-based, supply chain visibility platforms that are available. And cybersecurity, right? As the bad actors proliferate and the threats do, come up. How do you use AI to actually spot the, real threats? If you look at a SOC operation, which is used for monitoring the security of your IT estate, various endpoints, various devices used in your retail stores become endpoints. They're point of attack, and there are lots of attacks coming in. And the software that is sitting there, which is based on AI, is going to detect and classify and remediate and take the right action. If you take too frequent an action on every event that is happening, it's going to slow down your system. But if you don't act at all, if you're going to sit back and watch, then there could be an event which could bring down your entire operations. So it is important to make it more intelligent. We have QRadar, is an IBM product just there. Lots of solutions built on watsonx, which are used for this threat detection. So there is a number of different case studies. Where does it apply? Well, pretty much it applies everywhere, right? Across the entire, buy, move, make, sell, service, return, across the, chain. Here is what I was talking about in terms of what we did in IBM. Talent and HR, 40% productivity through our, Ask HR solution. Most of the queries and all the transactions that you do on your HRMS system is automated. And app modernization is another area, and customer service is where we see maximum, bang for the buck. So I've got, a few more slides in terms of, but I just want to sum up by saying that the key action is in terms of how do you bring the data together, have an AI-first approach. There is a plus AI to AI plus approach shift is what we're talking about. We are using currently AI as a bolt-on solution, be it a computer vision or recommender engine. But how do you strategize with AI as a centerpiece and with transformation objectives in mind is the key to being successful. Thank you.